Hi, welcome to JKB. Today I'm going to talk about everyone's favorite gaming company, EA. Before I get into talking about my favorite gaming company, I'm just going to say thank you again so much for the support I've seen on the channel and on the live streams. I've got a schedule down below: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll be streaming on this channel. Times are below. And of course, during Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I will be working on videos for this channel. So thank you so much for the support. Also, I got some feedback. People are saying that yes, I should do news stories here and there if they're major news, but also on Wednesdays, I'll be dropping a news recap of all the major news out of that week. And it'll be a long video talking about everything that happened rather than just having individual videos for smaller stories. So thank you for that feedback, and I'll see you guys tonight at 5 p.m. EST on the channel, where we're going to further talk about this discussion I'm having right now to myself in a room alone. By the way, Tom Nook, that's his actual body. It's full of blood. So of course, as I made yesterday's video, EA decided that, it's a smart idea that we jump on the bandwagon here and fire 670 employees. And while we're at it, let's also cancel the Star Wars game that was kind of leaked to a certain degree, which was going to be based on The Mandalorian. It was a first-person shooter. Not too many details are really out and about on that game, so we don't really know exactly what the game was going to be. But there are a few statements that EA made that are kind of interesting, and it's what I said in yesterday's video. It's about the Fortnite, formula. Everybody wants to copy that. So let me get to what EA said yesterday, and then I'll give you my take on everything that's happened, which, EA is going to get grilled on this one. Here's what the CEO said in a published letter to staff on Wednesday. Wilson wrote, EA is moving away from development of future licensed IPs that we do not believe will succeed in the changing industry. Instead, we'll focus on owned IPs such as their sports games and massive online communities. And that goes to what I was saying in yesterday's video with the whole Fortnite situation with Epic Games, deciding to take Fortnite in a new direction by making it an even more immersive community by introducing that Lego expansion and also the Rocket League car game, which I played once and didn't play ever again. He went on to say, we are also leading through an accelerated industry transformation where players' needs and motivations have changed significantly, which is true. So I'm not going to knock him on that. The needs of gamers have changed, but I think a lot of these companies are reading into it a little too far. Fans are increasingly engaging with the largest IPs and looking to us to broaden experiences where they can play, watch, create content, and forge deeper connections. Our industry exists in the cutting edge of entertainment, and in today's dynamic environment, we are advancing the way we work and continue to evolve our business. Now, EA's entertainment and technology president had this to say about the canceled Mandalorian first-person shooter. As we've looked at Respawn's portfolio over the last few months, what's clear is the games our players are most excited about are Jedi and Respawn's rich library of owned IPs. Now, what I find interesting about all of this is that all of these companies seem to think that let's build our universe and have all the players come to our universe. While how many universes can we all really jump into and invest and engage into with our friends? Because what happens when one friend says, listen, I'm going to go into the Disney universe so I can be in Star Wars games. I'm going to be in Indiana Jones games on the Xbox, or I'm going to be over here doing that. How is this all going to play out when it comes to IPs? And that's a very important topic in this video as well, because a lot of the companies are moving away from licensing IPs because of the overhead. So when it comes to Disney creating their own universe, we can kind of see where that's headed when it comes to licensing their own IPs out. It's going to be less and less and less third-party developing IPs for major companies, while they really focus on their own AAA environments, or if you want to call them meta universes. It's going in a direction I'm not really fond of, and I think it's going to lead to even more cutbacks. So let's just completely cut the bullcrap here and talk about what's really happening. As we all know, the investors are what's really important when it comes to companies making money. So when it comes to the customer, they don't really care. When it comes to the creator, yeah, they'd like to get some creators on board that are going to create unique IPs for the company themselves. But at the end of the day, we can just let go of them because they're expendable. And lastly, when it comes to the artists that work at this studio, they're really the bottom of the barrel. Because guess what? They're a dime a dozen to these companies. They don't really care about the artists. All they really care about is the shareholders. Now, to that point, I will add in that right now, all of these companies are letting go of people, even though they're reporting record profits, because they want to look good to the shareholders. And also it's about telling a narrative. It's about these companies really saying, we're cutting back now, we're trimming the fat, listen to us. Don't pay attention to all this negativity, shareholders. We're doing the right thing here. We're going to put more money in your pocket by saving money, by cutting ties with the fat. And I can promise you in 8 to 12 months, when EA decides to hire 900 people for some unforeseen project, they're going to play the narrative again to the shareholders and say, we are amping up the studios. We are going to deliver a AAA experience like we've never done before with loot boxes. There's going to be loot boxes everywhere. And lastly, I just want to say this. When EA makes $1.4 billion in 2023, you have to understand it is about the narrative. And when it comes to the narrative, they've got projections, and if they don't meet their projections, say they wanted to hit 10% for the profit margin and they only hit 7.8, well, guess what? That is a failure. How is it a failure? Capitalism. Even though it's the most money they've ever made, it's still a failure to these companies. So at the end of the day, my advice would be to vote with your wallet. If you're going to support these things, like I said in yesterday's video, we're not talking about rocket science. We're talking about the games being fun to play rather than games being a whole other life. That's why right now, Helldivers on PC, Helldivers 2 of course, is massive in popularity because it's doing a few things correct while not trying to dump an overall world over the whole architecture of the game. Yes, you can purchase skins, but it's not in your face. And for the most part, you can unlock everything in the game just by playing it. But the main point of me bringing this up is at the end of the day, I game for one reason only, to have fun. And guess what right now? Not a lot of people are having fun when it comes to the news surrounding the gaming community. But listen, go play Helldivers 2, support it. They're doing it in a way that's proper. And let me remind you, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has about 450 players right now. So I'm proud of you guys for voting with your wallets. And I want to say thank you so much for watching. I'll see you at the stream tonight, 5 p.m. EST. Love you guys.